gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
MAQ Group Investment Project. For more inquiry, call us at +1 561 392 4800 or visit our official website www.maqgroup.com.
We are close to the end, folks, but we have a couple of more people that we need to recognize. And each year, the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame recognizes a person or organization whose dedication goes above and beyond typical commitment to sports and tourism throughout the county. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohammed Qureshi is this year's Outstanding Sports Contributor. Let's take a look at MAQ's accomplishments.
No one has done more for the development of the sport of cricket in the United States than our sports contributor, Mohammed Qureshi. In 1999, MAQ's passion for cricket led him to found a private sports and entertainment company called Cricket Council USA, which is the leader in the promotion, development, and expansion of T20 cricket in the United States. He has invested millions of dollars in the development of the sport across the country. MAQ built the first major cricket stadium in South Florida in Broward County in 2006, and he came to Palm Beach County a year later, building the Boca Riding Club and MAQ Stadium in Delray Beach, where championship events are held each year. The 2022 Legends World Cup will be played at MAQ Stadium. MAQ is a former member of USA Cricket, the sport's national governing body. He is the president and chief executive officer of MAQ Group, one of the largest real estate and financial groups in the United States, specializing in commercial real estate and sports management. At a special ceremony in Boca Raton last October, MAQ was bestowed the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Cricket Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame contributor of...
Good evening. I know you see my intro. I'm CEO Chairman for Cricket Council USA, and my job was build the cricket in the United States and have 8 regions, which has been developing. And first cricket ever been played and fast version is a T20 in Dania Beach. I migrated in 1984 in USA. My dream was how come cricket is not been playing one of the American sports. The reason is not been playing, there was long version games. Is the 5 days to find out who's win the games. So they never been one of the American sports. So I created the shortest version, it's T20, can finish 2.5 hours the games, and all Americans start liking that games. It's one of the American sports. Just remember, cricket is the second world largest sport after the soccer, and none of them Americans recognize that this is sports is a cricket in America. But now is moving forward. We have first stadiums has been built internationally, and my duty is I live in Palm Beach. I brought MCL major cricket leagues in Palm Beach County first time last year during the pandemic. And first Hall of Fame dinner night I invited have been hosted in Palm Beach. Second goal is I want to bring this thing up World Cup championships in Palm Beach and Broward County in USA. 2024, I went to the Dubai last week. They're recognizing they gonna have World Cup in USA 2024. Is World Cup is cricket is just like Olympic. It's just like Olympic. So I want to have, first of all, I met today and who actually introduced me, Mr. Michael Zeff actually, I'm sorry for his name, but he's the one who introduced me in here, and I did a lot of programs in Palm Beach County for the Kids Festival every year, and also we bring the first cricket fields is ICC approved in Palm Beach County. My goal is some way county mayors and commissioners and recognizing cricket in Palm Beach bring one of the sports. Just for the youth, for knowledge, cricket is most paying sports. It's minimum, like my son is born raised is in Palm Beach. He's playing for USA teams. Minimum his contract is $200,000 small leagues to up to $20 million. That is a huge amount of the money incentive for the kids. He's in Dubai right now, he's playing up there. But there's a lot of American kids, they will start playing cricket now. So we have MCL we started, we like to your support. We want to have good field in Palm Beach County, and I can do my contributions developing cricket in Palm Beach. We want to bring Palm Beach one of the cricket home grounds, and God bless America, God bless West Palm Beach. Sports can be bringing in cricket in Palm Beach. Thanks so much.
MAQ Group Investment Project.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast.
welcome, folks. We are, we are starting the sixth match. This match is between World Stars and Titans. The decider for Titans whether they would go for the next match or not. So the toss has been won by World Stars and they have elected to bat. This would be a short format of the match. This would be a 15-over match.
All right, good afternoon, folks. This is Zahir Khan, your lovely commentator for today, or for this game for a short while. We are in Bentonville, Arkansas. The weather is about 70-some degrees. It looks perfect. No clouds at all. Stars are shining in the night, and it's 60s here at the night. So it looks a great game for cricket today. All Stars have won the toss. It's a 15-over game. And the action is about to start. All Stars captain Nasir Charlie Javed has been in excellent form, been spinning the ball greatly and leading the team from the front.
We have the first down, Jubair Ahmed and Syed Hassan in the ground.
Syed Hassan is facing. He's examining the field currently. The game is about to start shortly. And next to me is Ramesh Bhai, who was very kind enough and very generous as he owns the Ace Cricket Academy, which had excellent facility. It had, I saw a bunch of baseball players coming in, even us as World All-Stars. We practiced out there. The facility was excellent. The bowling machines that were in there, we really enjoyed it. Folks were messing with it, with changing the pace. It's in swing or out swing, depending on what you can do with the machines. So it was an excellent facility right here in Bentonville, Arkansas. So folks they're enjoying cricket, or youth that's out there, women that love to play or want to practice or get better in their game, please go ahead. So Anand is back to the pavilion here now, and Anand has taken the ball and action has started.
That's a straight drive for a for a run. Syed Hassan starting the innings with a single on the board.
And Jubair Ahmed from World All-Star is facing his first ball in this game. Anand comes to ball, and
it's a good defense from the from Jubair on the point. Again, no run on this second ball of the innings.
Anand into the stride, and Jubair Ahmed goes for a cut, and it seems like it's running away to the boundary towards the third man. And guess what? It is a boundary, a welcome boundary for All Stars.
We have our first boundary of the session by Jubair. Scoreboard, up to 5 for 3 balls.
Next to me is Murshid Kalam. He's a good swing bowler in South Florida conditions. Let's see what he does today in Arkansas. And next to him is a big hitter, Naveed Ahmed. He's very well known for his big hitting. And then one down is on Abbas. He looked pretty good with his cut shots and his drives yesterday.
Good piece of fielding there, straight onto the driver, onto the fielder, on the offside, mid-off.
And for the viewers out there, everybody's been asking me about Vinod Mamchin. We miss you here.
What just happened? We have the first wicket of the innings here. Jubair Ahmed trying to drive it onto the onside, onto the leg side, sorry, offside, and then
Jubair was trying to play the shot towards the covers, got an inside edge, and his timber got knocked out. So at the moment, World All-Stars are 5 for 1. Next man in is on Abbas. He's number 8. So this was very unfortunate for Jubair to get an inside edge. Doesn't seem happy about it. I mean, I see Mac Qureshi padding up. Seems like All-Star would need his experience, all the experience. Mac has been in great touch, as you guys saw in the first game and the second game. He was the highest scorer of the team. So at the moment, World All-Star is 1 down.
Malik Awan Abbas on the striking side, trying to get a feel of the pitch, looking at the fielding order, and getting his bearings straight. And Anand continuing his bowling, last ball to go.
All-Star team also has Prahlad, who's been in excellent form. He's been turning the ball big time as a leg spinner. Has done a good job for All-Stars. And even his batting skills, I saw him play a couple of drives yesterday. So now, at the end of the first over, All-Stars is 5 for 1. And Mac Qureshi is padding up, folks, so be on the look.
Rakhi coming in for the second over. Rakhi has got we have seen Rakhi do some excellent spells in the last couple of matches. Let's see what is up his sleeve this over. Syed Hassan facing Rakhi. There's a bit of a fielding change. There's been long on sittings mid end.
So Titans have taken 2 guys outside, which is mid on and mid off. Here comes Rocky on his start. So Titans have taken 2 players out. It's a mid on and mid off. Rocky just balled his first ball of the over. Syed Hassan is on strike.
That's a well played ball onto the onside, well collected by Rathod, giving it back to to Rakhi, and that's a run. Malik Awan Abbas on strike, facing Rakhi.
Oh wow!
That's a beautiful delivery by Rakhi, and then Abbas was trying to push it onto the covers, and then caught.
What a stunner of a catch taken by the fielder, actually. He put his hand and got stuck in it. That was an excellent drive from him, but apparently it ended up as an out. So, and I believe it's a golden duck.
Well, it's not looking very good for All-Stars. They are down by 2 wickets, 6 runs on the board, and they're at 1.3 overs. I think we need that magic touch to push the score a little bit.
I agree with you, Ramesh. Next batsman in is Murshid Kalam.
This is the voice note.
The guy here, this thing, when you're experienced, the guy just got catch out. You saw it? He just got out just now.
So all stars at the moment are 2 down for a total of 6. 1.3 overs bowled. ये कल मेरी तरह जो हुआ ना मेरे साथ वो हुआ
क्या हुआ
ऐसे ही कैच लिया उसने मेरा
तो आपने कैच दिया होगा ना ऐसे खेल रहे नीचे खेलते आप क्या इस जगह कर रहे
यार 8वें नंबर पे वो स्कोर चाहिए था क्या रोकता और सिंगल लेता
Murshid Kalam on the facing side, Raki continuing his spell, and it's going to be a short match. We have a 15-over match.
So Raki is bowling his 4th ball of the over. It had some pace to it. Hassan denied a single, and Murshid had to run back to his crease.
They had a quick single, so
I think Romeo single was denied.
all right.
A gentle push by Murshid, and Hassan sets off for a single. Naveed Ahmed, the next batter, seems like have padded, is ready to roll.
Well, hope there is a delay in his batting, and the current order sticks. There's a partnership that we need to build in order for World Stars to put some score on the board, some consistency in batting, and they should be good.
Well said, Ramesh. I agree with you. I think they should take advantage of the power play, which I'm pretty sure has been shorter now to probably 4 overs. And we're pretty much about to end the second one, so they should take full advantage of this. I see Mac Qureshi being padded up and ready to roll also, but I hope the current partnership goes up pretty well for All Stars. Time will tell.
Well, All Stars needs to make sure that they take full advantage of the first 4 overs by sticking, and then having some boundaries. We haven't seen any sparkles yet. There you go. He goes for the pull, but again misses it. That's a dot ball.
Anand is back to bowl his second over.
The final? Who won? Oh, the Shans won. No, that's Kings 11 is.
That's a good connect with the on the ball, ball all the way to the boundary, but again did not make it on the other side of the boundary. Well collected, but again looks like we have
Right, Hassan took a good stride at the ball. It was hit towards the cow corner, and these guys took 2 runs comfortably. So that brings the total for World All Stars to 10 runs for 2 wickets down. And Hassan goes pretty much the same area.
we see a good partnership building here, in the sense they've started to swing the ball around, have some good contacts, runs coming consistently. I think that's exactly what they need to keep going for the next couple of overs.
Agree with you, Ramesh. I see some contact on the ball. What a shot by Murshid Kalam. He pulls that one towards fine leg for a boundary.
Yes, that was exactly what is needed at this point. Have some boundaries on the board, and Murshid Kalam does exactly the same.
Seems like he has a good timber in his hand. It came from the sweet spot and literally flew to the boundary.
And there was practically no one on the on that side of the field.
So that brings the World All-Star total to 15 for 2 wickets down.
There you go. There is a progressive, increase in the scoring patterns, which is exactly what is needed. Anand going for his 5th ball in the 2nd over. Very well played. Very well sensitive batting there. It was he went onto the ball and stopped it.
Yep.
Again.
Murshid pretty much did a tap down towards the offside, and no run scored on this one. Anand pretty much bowled in his last ball on the 2nd over. Same thing. Sets off for a single with a gentle tap towards the extra cover region.
And Syed Hasan keeps the strike.
So, folks, viewers out there, it's end of the 2nd over for Anand. Total overs done are 3, and the score for All-Star is 16 for 2 wickets down. We're seeing a little partnership building up. Those are good signs for All-Stars. And on the other hand, Titans need to win this game comfortably and have a good run rate so they can have a easy walk to the finals. Time will tell which way this thing is going.
That is true. That is true. I think what all Titans are expecting is to win this game and win it with a margin. So folks who are watching this game on MAQ TV, stay tuned. I think there are a couple of this match is gonna be interesting, and also the next match. So if your friends are not watching it, it's probably time to message them, stay online, and get them to watch this great action happening in here, Bentonville, Arkansas.
I agree with Ramesh. This is the 2nd year CCUSA has done this event right here in Bentonville, Arkansas. It's been watched live on MAQ TV. So folks, if you don't have the app, or so stay tuned or download the app. It's an excellent way to watch cricket if you guys are a big fan of it. Have your comments flowing in the chat session. Raghu is in attack. And it's a wide ball. All-Stars are at 18 runs at the moment at the start of the 4th over.
Did we just have 2 white balls coming in? Yes. This over has kind of, we have 2 whites coming in from Raghu.
Oh, it was outside the off stump. Murshid has a flash at it. The ball is going towards the boundary, well stopped, and Murshid takes off for 2 runs.
All right, I think looks like Raghu has to rethink his strategy on this one. The partnership is building, and Murshid is attacking. He's trying to push the ball to the area where it deserves to go, and yes. Raghu is having a chat with the captain to see what is the best course of action that needs to be taken here.
Let's see what Hassan's strategy would be playing Raghu, because he was on the other side watching him. Here comes the delivery stride, and he left it alone, and apparently it's another wide ball.
Wow, 3 wides coming in from Raghu, and then 2 runs of the valid ball. So it means it's just one ball in this over, and he's already conceded 5 runs.
So Titans have to tighten up their extras here, because runs are flowing very smoothly at the moment.
There you go. A good ball, good contact, good fielding, and a dot ball.
So Raghu has balled 2 balls, official balls at the moment.
That's a short pitch, and It was, I mean, the connection was not as great as the batter wanted it to be, and then collected back by Raghu and another dot ball. So I guess Raghu is trying to correct the situation at this point.
Yeah, seems like he's getting his alignment correctly now.
There you go. That's a beautiful pull off the boundary, and there you go. Another four adding to the scoreboard here.
Morshid played the similar shot earlier and followed up nicely on this one too. So we got 2 boundaries in the same region. This was pulled excellently. Came out from the nice sweet spot of the bat and literally flew to the boundary. So
Well, the score looks pretty good. I think Worldstar is putting up good score now. It's almost like 3.4 overs, and then but 25 on the scoreboard already.
seems like these guys are hearing Ramesh, and his strategy was to build up a little bit partnership, and that's what Worldstars are working on it momentarily. Raghu still has 1 ball to go in the over. Well, that was towards the offside. Morshid went forward. It literally flew down.
There could be a mix-up here, but again, back home safe. There's 1 run considered from that ball. It could have been dangerous with if the second run would have been the call.
I think it was a good call by Morshid to send Hassan back. Apparently, he probably thought he won't be able to make his end, and Hassan has to dive. So World All-Star at the moment is 26 runs at the end of 4 overs. Hopefully, there's a momentum building up.
20 runs in the partnership already. I think that's a good start. The batsmen are settling down. They're trying to talk to each other. Find a strategy that works for them. And the bowling order also has some changes. Anand coming in back.
Viewers, weather is lovely here in Bentonville. It's in mid-70s, excellent cricket conditions. Game is coming live on MAQ TV. CCUSA always has done a good job of bringing the game live to cricket lovers. Action is live. So Worldstars at the moment is 26 for 2. And I see Naveed Ahmed and Mac Qureshi padded up, rolling to go, but hopefully the pair settles on.
Well, that's the strategy. I mean, the pair has to settle down right now so that they don't give away any more wickets. Get some score until like probably they need to stick together until I don't know 8th, 9th over, and then there you go. I think there is a brave shot, and that is collected by Sam.
Yep, Sam has a good throw in. They set off for a single.
So what do you think? What should be the strategy for All Stars? I mean, on the score wise.
As Ramesh, you said, they got to build partnerships, right? Because they had the first 2 wickets were down pretty early. By the way, it seems like a bit strategy change on the fielding end. They're bringing their keeper inside. And Anand seems like instead of doing his medium pace, he's spinning the ball.
Spinning the ball, yes. Anand has it's with Anand, and I think there is a change in pace on the books here. There is a exchange sync up between those 2 batsmen also, which is needed. They should talk to each other, communicate more, and see how they can make a best of the situation.
Well said.
That was a slow ball. I think the pace change has kind of need to settle down.
Hassan was looking for a big cut apparently, and there was no connection. Here comes another slow ball, which was tucked away towards the leg side, and this set off for a single. So the total for World All-Stars is 28 at the moment.
And Mohsin Khan taking the ball, and then he drives the ball towards his square leg, and he is able to successfully drive it off the boundary. The rotation helped, right?
Absolutely. It seems like that's his favorite area because Murshid has hit about 3 boundaries in that area, fine leg region.
And that looks like his sweet spot. I mean, every time he hits the ball on the meat, and then he is able to get the score out of it. And looks like there is now a man on the square deep.
Right now, from seems like mid wicket, they've moved him on. And Anand missing his line in length and bowling a wide ball.
Well, wides have been a lot on this today. I mean, with the other matches also we have seen a lot of wides, and there you go. There's a close call. That was an LBW appeal. No
like
reaction from the umpire though.
That seemed close, but seems like it was going down leg. It's a good call by the umpire. You could see the ball drifting towards down leg.
That's a pull. He wanted to pull the ball to the offside, but again, there's a top edge, and it almost made it to the fence. Yeah, it could not cross the fence though.
So the pair ran for a couple of runs, adding it to the total.
So that's a good partnership building. 29 runs. In the partnership already, and we are down for five overs, 35 runs.
Average of 7 runs. So if that's the case, they will take the total just a tad bit up, 100. I think there's a little bit more boost needed in the run rate, especially towards the middle of the innings.
Well, Murshid Khan seems to be settled, and Syed Hassan also needs to add some runs to get that confidence levels to
Right,
turn the ball. And
I
then,
agree with you, Ramesh, because Murshid's strike rate is about 130, which is good, and I hope he picks up as the inning goes on. Hassan needs to pick up a bit because he has 7 runs on 9 balls.
Exactly. So both of them needs to share the load, and to keep the strike rotating, and then keep adding the adding score with some boundaries on. So that should keep the morale up, and Titans would be on the other side trying to control them.
Well said. So do they have a new bowler coming in?
And there seems to be also a change in the field setup. We have a little breeze coming onto the field.
Viewers out there on MAQ TV, as I said, the weather conditions have been excellent. It's been sunny, no clouds at all. It's been all blues.
That's a misfield, and they get a run.
Rahul is the new bowler in. Hassan nudged it towards extra cover and set off for a single. So the run rate at the moment is hanging around 7 for World All-Stars. Murshid goes again for a big heave towards the fine leg region, as I don't see any fielders still out there, so that might be a good move for him. But apparently he missed the ball.
Yeah, he failed to connect the ball. I think his intention was right. He picked up the ball right at the time at the place where it was bouncing, and he does it again. This time he did connect the ball in the right time, and he was able to drive it off the fence.
Excellent shot by Murshid. This is his 4th boundary in the same region. So I think his Titans have to think a bit more and probably put a man out there, because that seems to be his favorite spot.
Exactly, just picking it right after the bounce and driving it off the fence on the square. So I still don't see any field setup happening there. So
the last 2 boundaries that came out there from Murshid, seems like it's not a full sweep and not a pull, so it's somewhere in the middle. Murshid seems like a sweeper of the ball.
Well, he was able to push the ball to this area, and then oh, there you go. There's a sensible batting there. Defense, a dot ball.
That ball landed
Keeping the
well
strike
on the length by Rahul. Now I see a fielder running down fine leg. So it seems like they're trying to stop him from playing that shot or stop the boundary at that area.
Yeah, Raghu coming in place on the final leg there, deep final leg.
So let's see which line and length Rahul balls now.
Oh, that could be close. That could be close. That's a safe home.
All right, Hassan did a good job sprinting towards his crease. So last ball of the over. Let's see what Hassan has in plan.
That's a swing and miss.
So
And it's end of the over. So we have
it's the end of 6 overs. World All-Stars total is 41 for the loss of 2.
the game has a slow start, but again, it is building up steadily. We see a partnership building, and then the current run rate is not great, but again, looks like slow and steady wins the race. Sankalp is the new bowler. Murshid Kalam facing there you go. It's a push to the drive, and it might actually cross the boundary, and it did. So that's a 4 declared.
That's a good 4 by Murshid on the point and the gully region, and World Stars have recovered to a certain extent after a disastrous start of 2 wickets for 6 runs. Now they are stabilizing the innings, but the work is far from done.
Well, it looks like that that is a favorite area. If you see most of the ball which is onto the on offside are being pushed there, and it's always giving them runs. Another 4 in that area.
Right. The fielder doesn't seem like he's bowling to his field, and it pitched slightly short, so he just took advantage of the field placement. Basically, what Murshid is doing since the beginning of his innings is looking at the field and playing accordingly. He was sweeping earlier. Now he saw the opening in the point in the gully region. He had 2 fours there, so we have a fielder now there. So let's see how the bowler counteracts.
Yeah, Titans are, they are more on a reactive approach rather than proactive. They're trying to react to the bowlers, batsmen's reaction, but they are slow. From what we saw yesterday was, they were attacking, they were all over the place, but now we see that they are adjusting themselves. Wow, his favorite
that
area
was
again.
a good sweep by Hassan. Hassan is actually a dangerous batsman. If he gets going, the score can reach a reasonable score. We just I was just about to say that, and just like that, World Stars are at 50 for 2, and now there's a 6, so we are at 56 for 2 World Stars, 6.3 overs, but this is a belter of a track, so you would think that a par score here would be maybe like a 140 or a 150. So it's far from done. It's an okay start.
It's building up. It's building up good,
Yeah.
because I think Mohsen has actually given the idea to Syed to attack that area where he is able to milk some runs there.
Right.
So the partnership is building, and it's building good. I mean, there are a good spread of singles, 2 runs, and we have a good mix of boundaries as well.
Right. I mean, now the batsmen, after settling in, are picking up the pace, and you could see Hassan almost going to on the offside, and
Yeah,
That's not a 4 there?
that's not a four, I guess. I think they're still trying to communicate with the umpire. No, that's not a four.
It's not a 4. Okay. So, he goes on the offside and, hits it on the fine leg area because he sees that the fielder is not there. So, as I was speaking, it's 7 overs, 57. It's about 8 runs an over. It's reasonable, but I would think that to have a good par score on this ground, it's actually 10 runs an over. However, on saying that, I think after the disastrous start, this is a good fight back to a certain extent.
That's a good comeback.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
a good comeback. After losing 2 wickets and then trying to adjust to the conditions here. I think batsmen have actually stabilized. They're trying to think strategically. They are able to push the ball in the right area, get the good runs. I think that should be the strategy to stay. Let the partnership build, and if the partnership breaks, then that would be a setback.
Right. If this pair could take it to this is a 15-over game, remember. So if this pair could take it to 8-9 overs, or maybe 10th over, for just the loss of 2 wickets, then you're talking about having 7 wickets in hand for the last 5 overs, and you can go for a
Right.
50 runs, in the last 5 overs.
Yeah, anywhere from 110, 120, I think would be quite a score to hunt.
120, yeah, it still probably is a little below par, but it's a game. At least it can be a game.
But you
Anything
never
less
know.
than
In
100 won't be a game.
in the last game, you have seen that in 3 overs, they were able to change the
Right.
game.
Right.
There you go, Sam on the attack here, and
But
then
that's a good flick by Hassan, using the pace of the ball, and
three fielders are scrambling
yeah,
to collect the ball again. There's no. Uh, but I think that's a pace of the ball which is basically driving it.
I'm very impressed with the speed of the wicket keeper. I mean, by the time the third man guy reached there, the wicket keeper went all the way back and he caught up.
Yeah.
That is very impressive. That shows the commitment, man. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
very impressive. Yeah.
he did the same thing yesterday also. Leaving his base probably is not a very good idea because the collecting the ball and trying to strike the wicket, that is something that he needs to be there.
Um, One single, and now it seems like the batsmen have settled down. Hassan is at a runner ball now. His strike rate was about 60 or 70 the first 8 or 9 balls, and I think it's time for him to up the ant. Morshad has been steadily going at a 130, 140, and I think now he's at a 150 strike rate probably.
Right. I think they have changed the bowler to get some attack in action, and then looks like it's not working for them because he was able to drive use the pace and drive it forward. Now there's another
Another
boundary
four
coming up.
in the point region. It was very well glided towards point using the pace of Sam. Sam is a good bowler, and this time Morshad is actually been impressive because he's basically playing the field. He is not, he is not going for outrageous shots.
Exactly.
When there was no fine leg, when there was no square leg, he was playing on the leg side. Then he was playing between gully and third man, and now he's point.
Exactly. I think he's more than using power, he's using his wits, and then he's using the pace of the ball to drive it. So that's a intelligent cricket there.
Right, right. So I mean, he's settled down, and for World Stars, it would be good he can convert this into a 50 or maybe even a 75 because he's spent enough time there. Each time somebody goes in there, a new batsman, again it takes a few balls to get acclimatized and know the pitch. That was a good quick single.
There is an overthrow, and batters are going to take advantage of it. There's an extra run coming up with that. 2 runs coming off that ball.
Yeah, I mean that was a good attempt. I think somebody did not back up, but you typically would. If that had hit the non-strikers end, it would have been out.
It would have been.
It would have been out.
Yeah.
So you would take that chance all the time. what Rathod did is the right move. It's just another fielder didn't back
Exactly.
him up.
Had it been a direct hit, I think it would have been a close one.
Oh, that
There you
was
go.
a
That was a
good
beautiful ball.
delivery. That was a good delivery. Just Moshe got beaten by pace.
Yeah, that was a pretty good ball. Yesterday we have seen Sam really bowling excellent. I mean, he has changed the outcome of the game yesterday.
Yeah, Sam has some pretty good pace, and he's a pretty impressive young talent that this country actually needs. He's a good bat. He can bowl very well, field very well. He uses his athletic ability. I believe he's 6'4". So, whoever
Well,
is watching it, you should keep an eye on this kid who's quite talented.
and he is multi-talented. Yesterday after the match, I was having a chat with Sam, and he looks like he has his hands in baseball as well. He's a
Yeah.
pitcher, and then he has converted that strength into cricket, and now we see very pretty impressive bowling action from him.
I mean, his shoulders are strong, and what that tells you is that he's going to be here to stay for at least quite a few years in terms of pace bowling. Usually, pace bowlers flicker for a few years and they're gone. But if you have played college ball of baseball, then I think you can handle the punishment of bowling pace and yet prolong for
Correct.
quite a few number of years. So all in all, a good, impressive talent. Many of the talented players are on the field this entire weekend.
So Mushid is, inching towards making it a half century. 40 runs coming off 26 balls, and Syed is facing the bowler now.
Hassan looking up the ant, and the length is very tempting for him, that he is going for a huge heave. Hopefully you won't get an inner edge or something like that. He has to capitalize on it, because you have spent 16-17 balls there. You want to capitalize on it.
I think at this point Titans would be thinking really hard on how to get back in the game. They have been kind of doing okay job, but rather they need to go for the attack now, get a wicket.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, the 8th over by Sam was somewhat of a holdback, you can say. It's only 7 runs came up this over, right? And so far in 2 pitches, 2 deliveries, there's not a single run scored. So Hassan, flicking it on to the cow corner area. He has been aiming in that area. He finally connects.
Well, square has been a favorite spot for both of these players. I think they were able to cash a lot of runs on that area, and then the good piece of fielding there, right? I mean he was able to chase the ball and get it back to the stump in time. Wow, that almost sounded like a catch, man.
Yeah, I think the bowler Mahidar has been quite smart. He's varying his length a little bit, and sometimes pitching it full, and sometimes holding back the pace. So he's managing to beat the
That could be
batsman now.
dangerous. That if bowler is, that's a wicket. That's a well caught wicket. Syed Hassan has he's tried to turn the ball to this favorite area. This time by missing it, I had a top edge and then straight back into fielder's hand.
Yeah, Titans have received, gotten the much needed break that they needed. This was a 62-run partnership for the 3rd wicket. They were 5 for 2 in first over, and Mahidar kind of frustrated and baited him into playing a shot that he was wanting to play, but he varied his length. So a good bowling by Mahidar.
good bowling there, and great batting. I think that was almost like promising partnership there.
Yeah, I mean they settle down. They had to first settle down to make sure they don't lose a wicket and then go for it. So it was a decent partnership. But now with 7 wickets in hand and only 6 overs to go, it's time for the world stars to put on a reasonable score. Maybe in 50 runs in 7 overs, 6 overs is a good achievable target on this ground.
Right. I mean,
8 runs in over.
I'm pretty sure Naveed Ahmed, who is going to the bat, would have the same thing in his mind,
Right.
to probably speed up the score building, and then we have good number of wickets, and we have we are almost cross the mid mark on the number of overs left. I think this is the time they should up the ante.
Yeah. I tell you what, this is an impressive over by Mahidar. He kept the length he bowled just between the short and the length ball and kept it outside the off stump and kind of crammed the batsman. 1 wicket for 2 runs in a ninth over when everybody is getting hit. That is as good as a maiden over.
Exactly. I mean, 2 runs and a wicket on a T20 format. I think that's an impressive over. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I correct myself. It's not even T20. It's like T15 now.
T15 now, but in general, T15, T20, they say that if you keep a batsman to a run, then you have bowled well. Because think about it, 20 overs, if you keep them to run a ball, it's still only 120,
120,
right?
yes.
So for bowlers, if they maintain an economy rate of 5 or 6 in a T20, that's great bowling, and he has an economy rate of 2.
Two. I mean, and with
Yeah,
a wicket,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty impressive
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
Sam, back to attack. Wow, what a ball! What a ball! It barely, it did surprise the batsman, right?
Yeah, it did. The pace of it, but Morshad, accordingly played him. He was trying to hit it again between the point and the gully. You could see him earlier. You could see in the last over for Sam, he hit him for a 4 in the point area.
Well, that's an attack. That is attacking right on the. It's a good length ball, defended by the batsman.
Yeah, I think this time they have a fielder there, so I have a feeling that he's going to go on the leg side. That's a good shot.
That's a cover
See,
drive. Cover drive. Well,
Morshad very, very smartly played in the extra cover region for a 4. I'm telling you, this guy has been playing the field perfectly.
yeah, I think that was a pretty calculated shot, and there were practically no one where the ball was landing, and that was a safe 4. "44 runs off 29 balls." I think Murshid is back in. Oh, that was an attack. That was an attack right over the head. That was a bouncer.
It's given as a wide because it was it was way beyond his head.
Yeah.
Over the shoulder is one, but over the head is wide.
Hey, wide diya.
Yeah, that has been given a wide by the leg umpire.
Sam trying to fox him after getting hit in for a 4 in the extra cover region. Bowls one shot to remind him that he's not going to be taken lightly. Now he bowls one full, a good delivery that
Well played though.
yeah,
well
navigates
played.
it well, and it's a single.
Well, that's a pretty good, impressive change of length. He does a short ball, and he changes the length, and then he almost gets him at the Yorker or the block hole area.
Right, very impressed with the keeper as well. Keeper Seishu is the keeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
74 runs in 9.5 overs, and Murshid Kalam is inching towards his 50 with 45 coming off 30 balls. Was it a catch? Was it a run? Was it a miss? What? Wow, that was a close call. That was many things happening in that ball. It was almost a catch, and then it was almost a run out. But the end
Yeah,
result
I
is
would like to see the replay of that. I think it just fell short of the gully. I think he was trying to make a catch out of it, and then these guys, once they realized the catch was dropped, they dashed in for a quick single. Okay, so that was a decent over by Sam, averaging 7. First over he gave 7 runs, second over 7 runs. Moshe is on 45, and it's 75 for 3 after 10. It's at the moment it was a good fight back by World Stars, but you would want them to now go for it with 7 wickets in the hand. You would want them to go for it. At the end of 10, 75 for 3.
It's 7.5 run rate, and we still have 5 more overs to go. We have good, batting lineup, and
that's a good shot.
Mahidar.
Straight in the.
Mahidar is the bowler, and that is a good drive on the onside. Deep on has been active there.
Naveed is actually quite a destructive batsman as well. He played very well last year in Arkansas, so he hasn't gotten into form. Yeah, again Mahidar, changing the length and pitching it in middle and leg, but it seemed like the ball didn't bounce. Maybe he held it back a little bit in terms of the pace.
Yeah, and then Murshid was not able to connect the ball. He would definitely try to get a boundary and make that 50 sooner than later.
That was a good delivery in the block hole, and he navigated it well for a couple of runs.
That was a quick reaction there. A very good reaction from the batsman. Trying to block that block hole and then actually get some runs out of it.
Yeah, it worked out in the favor because you usually at this stage I don't know if you have a third man. They didn't have a third man, and so it was hit in the third man region.
There you go. He's inching. He's slowly but steadily he's inching towards his half a century. 2 more runs, and he's now on the non-strike side.
Yeah, I'd like to see some fireworks from Naveed Ahmed. Marshad is on 48.
There you go. He tries to turn his bat, but again, a ball finds his way to the fielder. No runs on that ball.
Yeah, Mahidar again cleverly blending it in. He bowled 1.5 overs and just 6 runs. Impressed with this guy.
And the last ball of his over, and
there you
what
go.
a
You see
change,
that again. That's again a slow
change.
delivery. Brilliant execution.
Excellent. I mean, that's how you keep suppressing the batsman. Change of pace, change of pitch. I think he's doing everything in his arsenal to get the batsman. And overall, I think he made a pretty good impressive over with just 4 runs.
Yeah, he knows the intent of the batsman and accordingly, changing his pitch at the last moment. You can say that he single-handedly brought them back to a certain extent. It was 2 overs for 6 runs and 1 wicket for a 15-over game, and the run rate dropped from 7.7 to 7.2.
Well, this one was a kind of a speed breaker. We have a controlled bowling now, and then at this time, I think World Stars would definitely would want to use the next 4 overs to their benefit. I mean, they, show some fireworks, they get some quick runs there.
Yeah, this would be interesting. There are 4 more overs left. I think now they will have a go at it.
And then Shiva is coming onto the bowling side. Shiva is known for his pace bowling, and he is quite a clever bowler. He does
Right arm?
change. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's two bounces to the fielder on the point.
Yeah, they have placed the bowler and the fielder at the right place, and let's see. Looks like at least for the first pitch, he is bowling to his field.
Naveed is on the strike side. There is a slow ball, and it might actually be a wide. Was it a wide? Yes,
you,
it
you
is.
could
It is
see that
considered a
a
wide.
bowler tried to bowl a slow delivery and lost control and went for a wide.
And we have seen this happening quite a long, quite number of times, right? So even Raghu was trying to do the same. And there you go. That's a fast ball, and he
That,
beats the
that
batsman.
that's another wide.
Oh.
He's bowling outside the off stump, going wide away from the batsman, going past the bat.
Well, these bonuses are definitely not a good news for Titans at this time. I mean, there is a steady supply of runs through wides. That's given. That's given. There goes the finger up. It's Naveed. I
Naveed
think there was a
Ahmed is
nick.
out.
There was a nick, and that's the end of the batsman. Naveed for this session.
Yeah, Naveed tried to go for it expectedly, as we are in the 11th over. We still have 3.4 overs left, but Naveed trying to hit it on the offside, gets an edge, and it's easily taken by the keeper.
Well, that's exactly the break that Titans would be needing at this point. I think they were able to get that break. A new batsman, MAQ is going in. I guess the strategy would be to go for the hit, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mac is very clever and is very good on the offside. I would think that he would probably try to rotate it first a little bit and give the strike to Morshad because he's striking it beautifully. And he would go for it as well, but he would give it to Morshad so that he can go for it. And then once he settles down after a few pitches, I think he'll go for it as well.
Exactly. That should also give Morshad the chance to make that 50 and free up his arms a little bit. Once I think Morshad goes crosses that mark, he would be more aggressive.
Yeah, I actually not sure if he even knows where he is in terms of the score. I think he's just playing the ball on the merit of the ball. This was an impressive innings though because he was just placing the ball all over. If you look at the wagon wheel, he has shots everywhere, all over the ground because he's just playing the fielders.
Exactly. I think he still had his favorite spot of the square. A lot of runs coming in that area, but again he was able to place ball all over the field. There you go. He said he goes for a quick start.
Yeah, Mac. As expectedly, he would play the field as well, but he's very good at rotating the field, rotating the strike. It's very hard to get this guy out, and He keeps the scoreboard ticking. Uh, each time you keep the scoreboard ticking, it kind of irritates the opposite team, and that's exactly what he does.
Exactly. I think that should be the strategy, and this could be the ball where Murshid can make his 50 come by.
That was a good delivery by Shiva. After bowling two wides in the beginning, not able to control, looks like Shiva has settled down to a better line and length.
We see players, ballers struggle the first time they take control of the ball. I think the pitch is getting them, giving away a few wides. But again, once they settle, I think they are able to get to the comfort zone. There you go. There you go. He crosses his 50 mark.
And that's an impressive 50 by Morshad. 50 when he went in when starts were 6 for 2 and staying there, stabilizing to a point where they have a 7.5 run rate. That was an impressive 50 by Morshad and well deserving. And I think he will have a go at it now.
Exactly. So he has almost 70% of the score done alone. And then there he goes. I mean,
that was a good delivery by the last ball was a single, so 6 runs coming off this over with a wicket. It was an impressive over by Shiva because in the slog overs, you can call them 11 through 15, and you give away 6 runs for a wicket. That is a win for Titans.
Well, with including those wides, I think we need to consider that even with wides, 6 runs on the over, I think that is still impressive.
Right.
Mahidar is the next bowler. We are on the 13th over now. 85 runs, for 4 wickets, and MAQ on the facing side.
Yeah, this would be interesting to see how MAQ navigates Mahidar. Everyone was struggling to handle him in the last 2 overs.
MAQ, I think instead of having those big shots, I think he'll go for the run, and that's exactly what he's doing. I mean, it almost made it. Oh, look at this! Keeper going all the way to collect the ball from the boundary.
Right. That was a good fielding effort by Seshu. Nevertheless, it was a good attempt by Mac, and he ran for 2 runs as well quickly. And so this would be interesting. 1 pitch and 2 runs. So as we said, Mahidar gave away only 3 runs each of the overs. So I don't know how he will bowl this over to Mac.
Well, there you go. I mean, it's always a nick and run. This time it's very well fielded. They were able to contain the batsman from getting a run.
Yeah, 3 more overs left. After this, it's 12.2. World Stars 87 for 4. Again, he just tapped it between, point and cover, and then took a single. So we got 3 runs in 3 balls so far.
So far, that's a decent run rate, I would say. But Mohsin is back, and this time I think he would go for putting some big score.
Yeah, either it's probably will be a 4 or an out. That's a mistimed shot by Morshad because I think he's being foxed by. Mahidar is bowling well actually. He's changing up his line and pace. That it didn't come the way he expected, and it's mistimed shot.
Yeah, I think the connection was not done. But again, Mahidar is definitely changing his will change the pace, and there you go. It's a short pitch, and that did surprise the batsman.
Yeah, he's beating them by pace. You see, one was Midland leg, a little fuller and a slower, and the next one is a little, short delivery with a lot of pace wide outside the off stump. So he's varying it well.
Correct. That's a slow ball turned in. It could be a catch, and it's a catch. It's well taken. That's Murshid, trying to get a boundary, and was a sad dismissal.
Well, I mean, he had to go for it. That was a good innings by Morshid. He got again foxed by a slower delivery. He knew it was slower. He picked it, but there was not enough pace in the ball. And it's in the cow corner region. They exactly had a fielder placed there. It came to the fielder. He didn't have to do much,
Exactly.
and he just calmly and coolly took the wicket. So World Stars are 88 for 5. Nevertheless, it's only 2 overs, 12 pitches left. So
12
they have,
pitches,
they have, yeah.
88. 110 would be a decent score.
Well, 12 pitches. If they first of all have to get 12 runs to cross the 100 mark, psychologically that's a good score. Then if anything that you add, that's a great. Remember yesterday, Udan. They scored only 107 or 108 against Udan in 20 overs. And this is a 15-over game. And this is a very important game. I think World Stars are out of the tournament because they lost 2 games already. But if Titans win, then they can be like a 3-way tie for 2 wins for both the teams, all the 3 teams. And then comes the run rate. So it's very important for them to not only win it, but possibly win it convincingly.
Exactly. That is so true because 105 was a kind of a challenge that both the teams, Sudan and Titans, were fighting against, and then it actually went to the super over. So anything more than 100, I think, is a fight, and that too in 20 overs. This is 15-over match.
Yeah, the first one he got away with it. The second one is a wide. He's bowling wide outside the off stump, Shivakumar. He's a good bowler. I think like last over, the first couple of pitches he didn't have the control and then he settled down. I think looks like the same thing is happening here.
And it is so much important for Titans to win this match to be able to stand up tall. That's his turn, and then that's almost a good throw. Misses it by narrow margin, and then safe run.
Yeah, that was a quick single by MAQ because his intent is to give it to the team members who are going to have a go at it. He is a rotator and he runs hard. Very impressive running from his end.
So Amir is facing his first ball. And he goes for it. And the ball is airborne, and fielder is not able to collect it, and there's 2 runs.
Yeah, he just missed the fielder in the covers region. He was all the way back in the boundary, and it fell right above, right a little further away from the 30-yard circle. It was a good offer and an attempt by Amir, picking the pace and hitting it straight to the covers.
And Shiva onto his 4th ball of this over, and he makes
another single.
Amir is able to add 1 more single to his score.
Yeah, the scoreboard as long as they keep the scoreboard ticking, you will find a sense of irritation and urgency from Titans as their runs are leaking away.
That is true. I think today we have not seen that kind of a tight Titans game. They were able to give away a lot of runs, but again, World Star is also doing great by adding 1 run at a time and keep the scoreboard moving.
93 for 5. They have 7 pitches left. They should at least get 7 runs first, I think, psychologically for the opposite team. and then go from there. And Titans are doing a good job, by the way, trying to curtail it. Okay, quick cheeky single again. That there, Mac missed the ball, but it was a misfield. It seemed like Titans were a little sluggish this game. You can see a lot of misfields, dropped catches. I think one sharp catch in the gully region. Um, the one that stands out is um, the the wicket keeper, who is putting so much effort. He's right onto the stumps. He's going back and find like region, third man region. He's running all the way and even catching up to them.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but the keeper running all the way to the boundary to collect the ball, that might not sound the right strategy. But again, he's doing everything he can to control the runs.
to basically control the run flow. And now he's staying in the back for, I think, Sam is bowling. Sam is a good bowler.
Sam is probably his last over of the session today.
Yeah, he's closing out the innings, the final over.
That was a dot ball.
That was a good dot ball by Sam. I think from Titans end they would like to keep this below 200. If they keep this below 100, I think they would have done an admirable job, because at the 7-8 over mark it was looking like something else.
That's the second dot ball coming. I think Sam is able to control the flow. He's changing the pace and the pitch. And then Mac on the facing side, I think he doesn't have much room to turn the ball and get some runs out of it.
Yeah, he's foxing people by pace. It is not easy to maneuver Sam.
There you go. He goes
That
for
was a good
uppercut,
shot by Mac. He did.
2 runs coming up.
The Titans are fielding their heart out. Score reaches 96, 14.3 overs.
3 more balls to conclude the session, and World All Stars, I think would try their best to get the score into the 3-digit mark. That's a swing and miss from Mark. Again, dot ball. That's a pretty impressive over, right? I mean, he got almost
Sam has been bowling well, but the first 2 overs, Morshad was smart in playing the field, and accordingly he just placed the balls there, and he got 4s. But other than that, the rest of the balls were quite impressive, and it's a good final over.
Yes, I mean, we still have 2 more balls to conclude the session, and there you go. He basically makes a very good contact, and then
Mac again played some a similar shot, somewhat similar to what Morshad had done. Playing in an area where there's no fielder and getting a quick couple of runs.
We just have one more ball left, and their World Stars are at 98 for 5 wickets. Current run rate is 6.6. That is a flyer. He and the catch drop. There are 2 runs coming off of this ball. That exactly levels the score at 100 for World All Stars. 101 to win for Titans.
You can say that possibly is slightly below par, but you know what? In this ground, They had a couple of really close games when the scores were in hundreds, low hundreds. So this can be a good game if World Stars hold on to their catches.
Exactly. So the first, wickets would be crucial. Look at the batting order. We have Syed Hassan, 18 of 21 balls, and then Murshid Khan has been, a surprise. I mean, look at him. He just made 50 out of 40 balls.
Yeah, Morshid Khan was a standout performer. He and Hassan, to a certain extent, they stabilized the innings, kept this going, kept it ticking, and he kept up with the timely shots. And so we have a match on hand, guys. And number one, Titans have to win this, and number two, they have to win this convincingly. And on the other side, that might be to World Stars' advantage because they will be in a hurry to get it. And when you are in a hurry, there is a possibility you get wickets.
Look at Mahidar. Look at Mahidar. 2 wickets, 3 overs, and then the total runs that he concluded was like 9.
Yeah,
with an economy
Mahidar
of
was
3.
a standout performer, and so was Shiv Kumar. Sam impressed me as well with his pace. It's not easy to bowl the last over. He came in the back end of it. And so was Rakesh. I don't know why he was not tried again. He just gave away 3 runs. But all in all, I think Titans will be happy too with their effort. They just gave away 100 runs in 15 overs.
All right. So I think the batting would be interesting. They need a quick start. They need a flying start, and they need to make a very good run rate and keeping their wickets in hand.
Yeah, we are at an innings break. We'll resume in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Make Group Investment Project.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in a restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
Make Group Investment Project. For more inquiry, call us at +1 561 392 4800 or visit our official website www.makegroup.com.
Abbas and Prem. So I think what I heard from is that the first week it'll be common for everyone. So they'll see the skill levels and they'll put them appropriately. They will probably make two batches, one for the beginners and one for people who already know how to at least make a contact. So it will be Monday, Wednesday one batch, and then Tuesday, Thursday one batch.
So that training thing, initial one will be on 1st of June. What
1st
time?
of June. 1st of June, from 6 o'clock. 6 to 7 is the
Hello? Hello, baby.
ਬਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੇ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਛੱਕਾ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਯਾਰ ਜਿੱਤਿਆ ਆਇਆ ਮੈਚ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਅਡਰਲੀਨ ਕਹ ਲੋ ਕਿਕਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਵਾਇਦਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲ ਵਾਇਦਾ ਹੀ ਐਕਸਪੈਕਟਡ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਬਸ ਉਹ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਢਿੱਲੀ ਬਾਲ ਪਾ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਨੇ ਵੀ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਘੁਮਾਈ ਸੀ ਲਾਸਟ ਬੋਲ ਆ ਜਾ ਗਿਆ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ
So my son he plays from the J1, J6. He plays cricket from.
ਧੱਕਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਇਦਾਂ ਐਡੀ ਹਾਈਟ ਹੈ
Actually moving to Dallas.
okay.
Specifically for that.
People are coming from Dallas to here, man, for at least the cricket part because
I didn't know that you want to make it this big, right? Like making coaching and all those things, right?
see these are the tech is in place in the sense we have the right resources to make it big. So anyways we have a lot of feedback from Dallas also. In fact a few of the players from Dallas actually will come here. Women's international team, they are also coming here for some training because currently they are actually traveling different parts of the world to get some training. Recently last 2 months back they went to Australia to get some training. So
Facility here is like you have set it up in the right way.
yes, it is good. For batting, bowling, and for fielding, everything. We have got 3 acres of land which you can do fielding, catching, and especially what we have seen here is like the teams need catching practice, especially, and we even have machines that can do catch practice. So predicting the getting below the ball and trying to collect it it should not be like everything is not a type, right? So you need to go before the ball arrives. So all those things I think we can train. So this is set up for a professional training since we want to really make it big. Yeah, so the thing is, but at the same time just to get the sustenance. It started. Welcome back, everyone. The session for Titans have started. Titans are on the pitch batting, and All Stars have Murshid, beginning the spell.
And from Titans' perspective, it's Chindu and Chitranjan Singh Rathod. And the opening up, Jindu scored 1 run from his first ball.
That's on the leg side. That goes for a wide. So this is a 15 over match. So we have a fast and furious kind of a catch up. That we can expect from this session. Titans, they have to win this game to go to the next level, which would be the finals. And to do that, they need to do it in style. So they need to make it fast.
That's a pretty good shot from Rathod to the boundary. Wow, what a catch!
And that goes out of the boundary. It's picked up very good, and then drive. Rathod was able to drive it to the side where there are no fielders, and reward. We haven't seen the score change, but we anticipate to.
It's 5. 6 runs. Yeah.
Now the score has been updated. It is 6 runs in 2 balls. Chitranjan is at 4 and Gurjan is at 1. It was beautifully played here. Chitranjan onto the slip and grabs a quick run. That's an impressive running between the wickets there.
That's a pretty good running between the wickets, and Jindu is fast. Rathod called him the right way. That was a pretty good run. Nice batting. and it's a must-win game for Titans to get into the finals.
This is a decent score, 100 runs, in 15 overs. I think that's a decent score, not taken lightly. At the same time, they need to finish this, and then they are actually lucky getting those extra runs as wides.
Yes, they are. And World All Stars have unique and different type of bowlers bowling pretty slow, who could be like really, really challenging for Titans. And however, this is a pretty good start for Titans. 8 runs off 3 balls.
And Morshad has been the surprise today. I mean, he has an excellent batting spell, and then bowling, and then it goes up in the air, and it could be collected.
Abbas
And
going forward.
that's it landed in no man's land. That's a safe run, and both the batting Chittaranjan is safe. He had a top edge. He wanted to drive it onto the square, but again, it was a top edge. It landed right in the middle in the mid area.
Pretty good ball.
Good ball, good action, and then they get another run off it. There's an overthrow, and then that is taxed by the batsman by grabbing another run off it. Currently, it's about the last ball of this over, and Titans are already at 12, making the run rate almost 100, 200, right?
Yeah. That's a very good ball and a pretty good stop from the keeper.
Impressive work there by the keeper. He dived and collected the ball. It could have been if this was a miss. I mean, it would have gone all the way to the boundary.
Yep. And the keeper has almost stopped a 4-run.
Yep.
Pretty good keeping. And a decent first over. At the end of first over, 12 runs with no loss, and now Chittaranjan Singh Rathod is on strike.
It's 89 balls, so 89 runs of 84 balls, which is not a great kind of a target, but again, consistency is what is needed without loss of wicket.
Yes, and with this experienced bowling attack, it's going to be little. Yeah, it could go either ways. Rathod and Jindu has to stay long and play long to make it comfortable one.
To have a good run rate or to finish this match in a good order, I think these guys have to stick together for a decent amount of time, and then be able to finish the match before the 15 overs and also keep some wickets.
That's right. Yes. And run rate will definitely come into play.
Who's the new bowler is Huda. Mohammad Huda is on the bowling side. Chittaranjan facing him.
Yep. Is he gonna be left-hand bowler? Let's see.
We are still in the first 6 overs. Having a spinner in the first 6 overs is a change of strategy.
Yes. And World Stars are known for that. And this is like, as a 15 overs match, it's going to be 4 over power play. And there comes Huda. And
That's beautifully collected, coming right on us.
Oh,
It almost hit us.
Yep, just above the heart. And it was a very well hit shot from Rathod, clear and strong.
Well, we could have, we wished we had a camera on the commentary box here, because it came attacking the commentary box, one bounce and over the canopy. It could have costed the equipment here today.
this expensive equipment, yep.
Well, a quick exchange of strategy there, and then Huda to his second ball, and it is driven straight drive. One bounce onto the key fielder there.
It's Rahul, the local favorite. That was a pretty good stop from Rahul and good shot from Radha.
Yeah, I think it was he was right there. He was able to
Yep.
collect it and return it back. I mean, that's a quick show of reflexes. Driven again on the cover. It is going. There is no fielder. There is one fielder, running to collect it. Did he make it?
Rahul chased all the way down and pretty good saved 1 run for World Star. Pretty good bowling.
Looks like Rahul is being made to run all over the place.
Yep.
So I think Titans is doing a decent job. They're putting up a good score. It's just 1.3 overs and they're already at 22 with no loss of wickets. That's a pretty good ball.
Yep.
It was left. It's a decent valid ball. Look at this over. It's 6 runs. The 6, 1, and 3. I mean, that's.
I think Huda got his line now. He's a pretty good bowler. Just been expensive, but I think he got his line. This is the right way he bowls.
We have seen today that the fresh bowler is taking time to settle and get the line and length. And we have seen that bowlers are giving those wides again. Once they get the length, I think they are able to sustain.
That's right.
And then we just had 1 run coming off that ball. I think it's last ball of this over. And we are at 23. Chittaranjan 13 for 6 balls, and Gurjan is at 8 on 5 balls. On to the leg side. Is it a bye? Is it a nick? Is it we? It is a wide. It's a wide, and they also were able to grab an extra run.
Yep. Extra 2 runs this time.
So
Good running between the wickets from Jindu and Rathod.
And 3 bonus runs added to the scoreboard.
Good ball, well defended by Jindu. At the end of 2 overs, it's 26 for 0.
Well, the run rate is disturbing because the current run rate is at 13, while the required run rate is at 5.8. So I think Titans have had a good start. The only question here is whether they would continue to have this start and keep the momentum up while not losing wickets.
And as of now, I've not seen any disturbing bowling for Titans. Titans are playing pretty comfortable here, not giving any chances for World Stars to pick wickets.
Yes, there were a couple of balls that were airborne, but again they landed safe. I think that's the whole point. Whether they are attacking the right area or not, I think they are doing a decent job, both Chittaranjan and Gurjan. And also the extra runs that they have got from the wides also is helping Titans at this time.
Yes. At this point in time, there shouldn't be an extra coming up from World All Stars. Rathod getting ready.
Murshid back in action. That's a good run up, and then that's a pull onto the onside and deep. Collected by fielder on the deep,
and then quick running, and it's 2 runs.
2 runs. That's a quick running between the wickets.
Rathod and Jitu are doing good job running between the wickets, and well collected from the fielder too.
Today we have seen that once the ball is rolling on the ground, fielders are having that difficulty picking it up. But again, as long as it's a one bounce, I think it's good. There is on the edge of the bat, and no run considered for that ball.
A little shake.
It does happen, when they go for the ground shots, the bat is taking the edge, and they're not able to get it on the meat of the bat.
And it's a pretty dry outfield and pitch today.
There you go.
One
He
more
picked
pretty
it up.
good shot from Rathod.
He
It is
picked
gonna
it.
go forward. No, it's a fielder rightly coming in and saving the 3 runs. It's one run off the ball.
They're exchanging the strike, which is the good thing. As long as they're able to exchange it and get those runs on the. I think that's exactly is the good thing, and they're doing it. There you go.
That's
There's
a big
pull.
shot
There's a
from
pull. Is it a
Jindu
4 or a
for
6?
one bounce 4.
It's on the square, and one bounce to the boundary. Great effort.
Very well picked up. So let's see the replay. See how comfortably and at the middle of the bat, traveling to the square for one bounce boundary.
So any short pitch balls today are being treated, onto this side. We have seen a lot of action on the square today.
Yep. That
I think it is giving that time for the batsman to actually turn it into this direction, because both teams have actually chosen this spot to be the favorite.
yes, and which was not the usual yesterday when we see yesterday's game. It was all offside. Today it's all leg side game. Is it because of the pitch? Is it because the people are tired?
Well, I think it's the dryness in the air also that actually comes into the picture, because once it is dry, it's after the bounce, it is giving that extra time for the batsman to turn the bat and then face it onto this side. So yes, this is what is the evolution of the track today.
That's right. Yep. One more ball. Jindu going high. Is there a fielder coming up? That's it. Rahul trying it up. Oh, just over his head, and Rathod running for the second run, and he comfortably makes it.
Yeah. So again, this is the wind is against. I mean, we have seen Rahul change his position. Trying to place him under the ball, but again, looks like he had some confusion in getting to the right spot.
Yeah. Ball over his head, running hard, but he just missed it.
Well, there is a constant supply of runs on the board. We are down with 3 overs, and we are at 37 with no loss. Partnership is building. 37 is a partnership. Chittaranjan at 16. Oh, wait. I mean, both are at 16.
16, and that too of 9 balls each.
Exactly. I mean, that's a uncanny, coincidence. 9
Yep.
balls, 16 runs.
Yes.
It will not be imperative to say that they are putting in the same effort or equal effort.
Yep. Equal effort.
So Amir Kalani is the next bowler. So this is his first over, and he has a recommendation of field change. There is a change in the field. We see players moving on to the on extra areas. We have one long on and long off.
Amit having a long on and long off with 3 overs done. One more over to go with power play. Amit running in.
That's a good pace on the ball. It's a good length, and then rightly answered to the long on area where he has placed the players correctly.
Bowler bowling to the field. Is Amit the man who's going to change it for World All Stars?
Gujan on the strike end. And he goes for it. He
Oh,
swings and misses, and that is a call, and it is given out. The finger has raised, and it is out. It is the end of partnership between Chittaranjan and Gurjan
Jindu. Yep.
Jindu. Sorry.
Yeah, Jindu and Amir, as rightly told. Let's see the replay of the wicket.
Oh, that must have been.
Oh, it's a clear nick.
That's a clear nick, and collected by the keeper.
Pretty good swing.
No
Ball
contest
swung
there.
outside, and a pretty good ball from Amir. And Amir, the man who picking up a pretty brilliant partnership between Jindu and Rathod, has been broken by Amir.
Well, Amir seems to be doing the magic here. I mean, he was able to successfully control the score. He just gave away one run and has taken a wicket. And the crucial thing is to break the partnership, which he did.
Cricket is a one ball game, right? It's easier for bowlers than batsmen. It's cruel for batsmen because one mistake you can come back. If I get a six.
So we have one down.
This is Mahi getting in on one down.
Mahendra. Well, Mahendra has taken the responsibility now. He is on the striking side. He's trying to face Amir, and let's see what the strategy between Mahendra and Chittaranjan is gonna be.
And as you know, Mahinder is a very seasoned player. He's been playing cricket from like childhood, and he's an amazing athlete. He bowls, he bats, he fields, and I think he has taken a pretty big responsibility today to come in at one down. Hope Mahi can take the game to the finish.
Let's hope this player can actually take the game to the finish because that's exactly what is needed. We need them to finish the game and while keeping the wickets and having finished this game with just one wicket down, I think that would be a great result.
Great effort. It would be a great effort from Titans to get into the finals. And Amir doing a pretty good job with this ball. He's doing amazing bowling today.
He has controlled the run rate while taking the wicket, and then there is a full toss which has been offered to Chittaranjan, and he answers it to the long on to get one run.
Yeah, pretty safe single. Rathod is continuously rotating the strike. He's been comfortable and to steal those runs.
We have seen some intelligent. Oh, wait a minute. Is it gonna be crossing the boundary? Is it gonna be? Did it? Yes, it did. It's gonna be a 4 runs added to his to the scoreboard.
And it was a very let's see the replay. It's a pretty strong swing from Mahinder, which has
There you go. It took the outside edge and off to boundary.
and pretty good effort from the fielder to stop it.
Yeah, he almost got it. I mean, if you would have caught it in time, it would have been a catch.
Yep, I think it's Syed Hassan. Pretty good effort.
If you already knew, you wouldn't be giving me a hard time for questioning you. I will fucking question you because I don't trust you to do fucking anything. You understand that? Yeah, I get it. Okay.
All right, another quick single there.
And at the end of 4 overs, it's 45 for 1. A pretty decent bowling from Amir.
Yeah, I think he did the magic of controlling the score and taking the wicket. We have just 8 runs coming out of this over, and costing a wicket for Titans.
And now Titans need 56 runs.
Then next, there has been a huge cheer coming in from Titans.
For Rahul, because Rahul is in bowling now.
Oh.
So Rahul is going to bowl the 5th over.
All right, Rahul is on the attack. And there is something going on where Titans are actually cheating the bowler to, I don't know what they are saying, but again, there has been a cheer from Titans to the
And
bowler.
as I told earlier, Rahul is a local star, and he had played for Titans, and he does play for Titans for the other tournaments. And pretty good
Well,
bowler coming in for a single on his first ball.
and he does a good job. He tries to attack the off wicket, and then it's been sent away for a slip for a single.
And it's going to be an interesting contest between Rathod and Rahul.
All
Rathod
right.
straight away going in for a square drive, and is it going to be 2 runs? Yes, it did.
It did not quite, connect as how
Yes.
Rathod might have wanted it to be, but again, it still made the ball land in a safe area, stealing 2 runs.
Interesting contest to see between.
Rahul on his third ball, Chittaranjan on the receiving side. All right, that's a short pitch which was timed correctly by Chittaranjan. He was able to swing the arm, but at the same time was able to connect it, appropriately and get that 2 runs from him.
And pretty good running between the wickets. Mahi and Rathod both supporting each other on running between the wickets. It's pretty decent running. Yes.
And did you see the timing change
Yes.
that Rathod actually displayed? I mean, he was able to control the bat swing, and he was able to connect it at the right time.
Yep.
There
That's
you
the
go.
practice.
That
That's
is
flying.
in the air. Is it
Abbas
gonna
going
be
in?
dangerous?
Oh, that's just in front of Abbas.
Well, that was not a very. I'm not sure whether that was intentional or was it a kind of did not hit the bat right.
I felt it was not. He tried pretty good. It just was a mishit, and I would expect Abbas to run a little more faster to grab that catch.
Well,
Um,
yeah, he has been lucky, I would say, because
Yep.
that if would have traveled a little further, I think it would have Abbas would have collected it.
Yes, and Mahi sensibly giving the strike to Rathod, where Rathod looks to be striking high.
Oh, he wants to come back for the second. That was adventurous. I mean, that was kind of aggressive. The ball was right there.
Yes, Mahi wanted to steal one more. However, Rathod going hard, making or doing the hard hitting part for Titans,
Yeah,
being
again,
successful until now.
we need him to be sensible while hitting. We have seen couple of swings that were almost close to be caught.
Yes, and that was pretty good ball from Rahul, and Rathod chasing behind it, and couldn't get there. And at the end of
So look at this. He was able to give away 7 runs of this over, and that was decent, I would say.
Yes.
It is not. I mean, in a T15 format, I think this is a decent score.
pretty decent score. Last 2 overs have slowed down the run rate for Titans. However, they are like at 10.4 currently. They just required 5 per over. Going good and decent. Rathod doing all the hard hitting, and Mahi rotating the strikes.
So we are out of the power play. Power play was only for the first 4 overs. I think Rahul's over was the first over of out of the power play, and then they were still able to get 7 runs out of it.
And Amir coming in from his previous overs. There you go. Mahi trying out for a big shot, and yep, falling short by way ahead of Abbas. No chance to go there.
I think they have chosen this spot to be the safe one. Wherever that they can pull. They are choosing this place at the same time. They're not giving it all the way in the air so that Abbas can actually go reach it.
Yep, it's a wide open field. It's only like a deep square fielder around here. No other leg side fielder other than maybe a backward square. So it's a pretty open spot, and Titans are rightly choosing that spot for singles and doubles. And Rathod again going and attacking the same zone. Maybe can they run for 2? Mahi can steal one
And
more.
being collected on the mid on side. Um, Again, 1 run coming out of that ball.
It's 2. Mahi steal 1 more.
Oh,
So it
I'm
was
so
2 runs.
sorry, correction. It's 2 runs.
So now Titans need 46 or 58.
Well, this looks promising. This looks definitely promising for Titans to, see that victory in this game. But again, it all depends. It's a game of cricket. Anything can happen at any time. So stay close to to your phones or wherever you're watching. This broadcast is live. We are playing in Bentonville. Game is between Titans and World Stars. Brought to you by MAQ TV.
And there was an overthrow now from the to the bowler end, and Rathod and Mahi were able to steal 1 extra run out of this place. Amir trying to running in fast and trying to grab a wicket. Let's see this ball. And it's a pretty good ball.
Oh,
Well
nice.
played.
Well
Rathod.
played. Well played. That's a class being displayed over here.
Yes. That's the class and experience that Rathod is bringing in and showing up here. Pretty good batting. And Amir trying to steal that 1 wicket to see if there can be another change in batsman and can Volstar get into the game again. Titans have passed the halfway through. And very well leaning forward shot from Mahi in that open spot. Can they run for 2 runs? Yes, they did.
Look at it. I mean, they're placing the ball in the inside the midfield and still are able to get 2 runs out of it. They're placing it in such a way that it takes the player a certain time to reach it, and meanwhile they're able to grab those runs. Very smart cricket there.
Yep, and Amir has his strong field setup on the offside. Bowling little straighter is making or giving Titans a pretty good chance to grab those singles and doubles.
So Amir should probably change his strategy or try to do something to break the partnership, because the partnership is building over here. There
What
you
a
go.
shot. What a class shot from Mahi.
That's a
For a boundary.
well-timed shot. I mean, it was a master stroke. Did it cross the boundary?
It did.
Oh, yeah.
Umpire did say it. Like, he gave a forward. It's a pretty class act. Do we have a replay here?
Well
Yes,
picked
we
up,
do.
right?
Let's look at the replay. See the way he stands and easy glance towards leg side.
That's predetermined. I mean, he exactly knew where to hit it the moment the ball got released from the bowler.
Yes.
And he reached it, timed it, and then there it goes.
Yep, and it's like pretty hot here in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Today is breezy. It's good, but again, standing there and playing match after the match, I think the heat is definitely a factor that they need to manage. And looks like players are taking a strategy break to get some hydration and as well as realign the game plan.
It's 81 Fahrenheit out here.
Zaid, isko bowling de yaar.
Experience.
Basically how I used to do photography. Dude, there's more than one way to shoot a picture. It's like, so the right way to do it is the way that's appropriate for the content, and I fucking try to do that. Because up high, he's a piece of shit. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's a fuck up. Dude, so do the standard. Dude, do the standard.
Farlat ko de.
We can hear from the back end that there has been strategy calls being made on the bowling changes. World Stars are communicating to change the bowling strategy, while batting team is taking a strategy break, getting some water.
To be hydrated, yes. And looks like the Captain Charlie is there.
Abbas.
quick change in the fielding setup. All right, we are back. Nasir Javed is the new bowler.
He's the nickname, or everybody knows him as Charlie. Here with World Stars traveling across the world, Charlie comes in to bowl, and
Charlie is a very seasoned bowler. He believes in leg cutters, and let's see if he is able to do his magic today.
yes, and rightly bowled to the field, right? So this ball, keeping it as far as not to the middle of the wicket, right? He's putting it offside the off stamp. He's keeping it off, has his fielder on the offside, and I think bowling to the field is a pretty good job.
Exactly, I think that's the strategy. He has placed the fielding on the offside. He's bowling on the offside, going away from the wickets. I think that's exactly where he wants to batter to hit, probably in anticipation of a catch.
Yes, and Rathod and Mahi did steal a single ball going directly in the hands of fielder. Still, they could grab one.
That's an over. That's a good length ball, and then drive into the point or to the square to get a run there.
Yes. Rathod playing a calm shot, lighting it for a single run.
They're going slow but steady. There we don't see a big cracking, shots being displayed here. But again, the score is coming in steady.
Again to the fielder and to the fielder, and that
Was
was
it
a pretty good
close? Was it
throw.
close? Did it hit him? No reaction from the umpire. It looks like he made it home safe.
And let's see the replay. Ball going pitched up, going to the fielder, trying to run, steal one run. Did Rathod make it safe? He did. It was a pretty good collect from keeper. However, Rathod was safe in.
It looks like Charlie's strategy has worked, right? Right. I mean, he has placed players on the right spot, and he's anticipating exactly this kind of a mix-up or probably a catch or a stump is what he's probably has in mind.
Rathod trying to go hard, however he couldn't get under the ball, and he got a one run. This has been a very, very decent over from Charlie, just giving 5 runs away. Singles with no boundaries and sixes, pretty good.
Yeah, we still have one more ball to conclude this over, or did we just conclude this over? No,
No,
I
there's
think
one more to
there,
go.
there is one more ball,
Is Mai gonna
and
do a big
he
shot?
has done a pretty decent job here. I mean, here there is. All right, there.
Mahi goes up for a big shot. Couldn't make it to the center of the bat, but comfortably taking 2 runs.
2 runs coming off the last ball. We are down with 7 overs. The score is at 71 for the loss of 1 wicket. Chittaranjan at 31 and Mahi at 19.
Mahi of 19 of just 11 balls. Chittaranjan playing pretty confident and stable, 31 of 21. And I would say that was a pretty decent bowling from Charlie.
And look at the partnership again. Quickly they were able to get the partnership to 33 runs. And look at the over. I mean, it's very consistent. Except the last ball, I think every other ball was just 1 run.
Yep, pretty decent bowling to the field. And, rightly, Rathod understanding the spinners coming in, removing his helmet.
Prahlad is the next bowler. It is his first over. I think we have seen a lot of bowlers in this session, right? So, I mean, I guess World All Stars are trying to see which bowler might do the magic, and looks like there are a couple of good bowlers who basically changed or slowed down the game, and in fact, one was able to get a wicket.
Yep. Is it Prahlad who's gonna change it? Oh, good attack from Rathod.
Very well picked up. Very well picked up. He was anticipating the bounce, and he reached in time, and then was able to connect it. But again, I think the connection could have been better to make more transfer of energy onto the ball. Well collected by Abbas.
That's a wide.
Wide called in by the umpire.
Prahlad missing a little bit. The strategy was correct, however, he couldn't capitalize on the line.
We have seen this consistently. Any new bowler coming in, is giving away some few wides. All right,
Oh,
there,
that's
there
a
you go.
big
That
shot. Is it
is
gonna be
in the
catch?
air.
No.
Is it
Abbas has
gonna
just
cross?
Abbas had just had to fly the ball, see the ball flying over his head, and it was a huge six from Mahi.
It was a pretty a massive shot. I mean, it almost came again on us, and we were thinking, okay, this is gonna be on us.
See that comfortable full connect. There's no doubt it was a center of the bat. Pretty well picked up from Mahi.
Yeah.
Prahlad coming up.
Oh, that's a swing and miss.
Yes. It's a good ball.
Prahlad trying his magic,
Mahi
and then
goes
there
high
it goes again.
Way
Is it?
long.
Oh, that's massive. That simply just covered outside of the fence to make it a 6. It almost hit spectators.
It almost hits. Is it like a 90?
I'm pretty sure few of the viewers here, or it almost made it to the car parking, and could have easily dented a car.
Definitely, it was way long. I would even say like 100. Did he make it to 100 yards? Like pretty good shot from Mahi. He went under the ball. He could do everything correct.
Today we are seeing a lot of action where ball is coming onto the onside, and most of them are able to make it outside the fence, and few of them are able to fly outside the fence.
Yes. Pretty comfortably, Mahi expecting a wide out there. And a pretty good shot.
It was probably quick shot. I mean, he was waiting for the ball, but again, I think it made connection to the lower edge of the bat. He was, it was just made it to the fielder. A quick run there.
Yep. At the end of 8 overs, it's 86 for 1. And Rathod being on 32 for 22 balls, and you can see again the same thing.
Wow.
Batsman on the same score.
Well, I think Mahendra did a good job, catching up to the speed then.
Yes, 32 of 16. He's at like 200 strike rate.
Yeah. So we have seen the other time that oh, there you go. There is Charlie again coming, and then there is a cover. There is a drive onto the onside. It all made it onto the deep, and then 2 runs.
2 runs comfortably taken. It's a pretty good weather out here, like bright sun with a good wind.
I think that's the best part, right? I mean, we have seen this, weather and wind coming and cooling off the players, and no humidity. I mean, oh, that's a good shot. That's a very fine shot to the onside, to the to the offside. Sorry, it made it all the way. It made it all the way outside the fence, getting 4 more runs.
It's a pretty good back foot shot from Mahi to the covers comfortably for a 4 run. So this match is brought to you by MAQ TV and MAQ TV on YouTube channel. And Charlie coming in and trying to do a man cave.
Was it like a bluff?
Yep, he tried. And we can see the banner of Ace batting. A Bentonville based cricket setup. Where do we will get there again.
Wow,
Oh.
that's a beautiful cover there, and it again found its way outside the field, over the boundary to make it another 6.
6, and he is making us view all this. See this replay with. 90 90 यहाँ पे तो 92 है
98.
98 but where they are done
Hey, 2 more run.
three
It's not done.
three more right
3 more run to win.
98 right 1
All right, there seems to be a little bit of a confusion. Looks like things are back in order. We are back to the game. Uh, Nasir is continuing his spell. 3 balls from his over.
neatly but can this be a 6 from Mahi to make his 50
Well, that would be ideal. I mean, he came in late. He made his presence felt, and he got the score. Really a good start, and he goes for it. And he did. Just listen to you or what?
Whoa, yeah, he made to his 50.
He
It's
just made
shot.
his 50. That is a cracking finish of the game. He made his 50. He made the the score required for the victory, and it's a cracking way of
cracking shot towards the long off, traveling, making the commentators' wish coming true. Pretty good batting from Mahi and Rathod. Well tried, well bowled from World All Stars. They started pretty good with the batting.
And 2 half centuries coming from either sides of the team. I mean, with a score of 100, we have seen 50 coming in from 2 individuals. I think that's an impressive batting order.
Batting today, the field looks pretty good. Hope the finals is going to be a big total match, with Gujinder Jindu scoring 16 of 10, Chittaranjan Rathod scoring 32 of 22, and Mahi, the hero, scored 50 of 21. At the end of 8.5 overs, they were able to finish up this game, and Titans making all the way into finals, along with.
So, looking at the bowling order, I think we have the most economical bowler, with 7. But again, we have Amir changing or slowing down the pace, taking a wicket, and that's the only wicket we lost in this second innings of the game.
Yep, pretty good bowling from Amir. Everybody else conceded quite enough runs. However, Amir was able to do a good job. At the end of 8.5 overs, the game is done, and
all
that was
right.
pretty good matching. And this was sponsored and organized. Match is live in MAQ TV and sponsored by Ace Batting. We could see banners coming up. Ace Batting. Can you let's talk a little bit more about Ace Batting? What do you think about it?
Well, we had a small intro of Ace Batting to viewers yesterday. This is a facility that is targeted to improve the batting, and Bentonville is now becoming the epicenter for cricket in the Northwest Arkansas. So we have seen various different teams coming here practicing, and we want this to improve. And Ace Batting is probably the is set up. The motto of Ace Batting is to improve the competitiveness. It is ACE is achieve competitive edge. So we have built the infrastructure. We have gotten the tools in place to that would let players improve their game.
Yep.
And we all love cricket, and that's probably one thing that we all have common.
Pretty interesting, lot of interest in cricket here in Bentonville, and I think we should continue talking about it in finals. That's all from here.
All right, so folks, I mean, whoever is watching online on MAQ TV or any other channel, stay tuned. I think we have the finals coming in the next couple of minutes, and it's gonna be exciting. So we have seen all the 7 matches down, and we have two teams who have emerged into the finals. The finals are gonna be played between Titans and Mavericks. It's gonna be interesting.
And I'm
Stay
pretty sure
tuned.
it's going to be a high scoring match looking at the field. Let's meet you guys again in finals. Thank you.